video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crush players in lower elos. And we are a pretty good matchup. Katarina is a pretty popular champion. And it's pretty easy to win a cat matchup because all you really need to do is trade efficiently and with good combos. So right there you can see an auto-e-auto. And the goal really is just to prevent her from farming while getting in really good amounts of damage. So anytime that she walks up and wants to farm, we can just go ahead and apply pressure to her. And that's going to be 2 auto-e-auto combos, and she's already at 20% HP. And you'll take a look and she'll see that she is Dark Seal, so the amount of sustain that she has is limited, technically. So once she runs out of potions, there's really no way for her to heal from the damage that I'm doing to her. So that's kind of our first goal, is just to combo nicely, make sure that we're getting the damage in, and then preventing her from getting resources back. Fortunately, Corrupting Potion is going to fuck me right there, but we're going to play a little bit respectfully around the dagger.
You have transcended the status of simp. Welcome to the Platonic Simps.
Thank you, Titus.
Bear, actually, I don't think that works.
And right now, we're zoning her off the wave. She doesn't really have a way of farming outside of her Q at max range, so just waiting for her to approach is one of the easiest ways to make sure. But we're a little low right now, so I'm going to pop my C-Pot. And this is going to stack up on her side, which means that I'm going to be able to all on her. I'm going to probably bait her into jumping forward, maybe. It's a free proc. We can actually just kill her off a Flash W if she walks up for this minion. Or we could just wait. She doesn't have any potions left, right? So, like, at the end of the day, either one is beneficial. It's either she loses 6 million waves, or she dies, so. Now, if I do waste my fear, there's a chance that she could one-shot me, but she doesn't have longsword, so I don't think that's even possible. Oof. It looks like jungler's top side, so we're going to play a little bit respectfully and play on the opposite side. This is just to make more distance between me and the jungler. Hopefully she takes a Shumpo, right? Alright. That's definitely a little awkward. Oh, my Ahri is so low. Okay, I think I might actually be dead here unless I run all the way. Unless we can kite this? No, there's no way. Belveth is too strong, guys. It's a bit unlucky. Dude, they actually just completely... And look at how many minions I'm currently losing right now for that. The good news is the cannon is going to absorb a lot of that. I think there's a world where legit Kriya takes my wave, the entirety of it, too. Ooh, he missed it. Okay. Unlucky. What elo is this? This is Challenger 9 million LP. Damn. Not quite good enough. Wow, we're actually 5-2 to start with. The good news is Katarina is currently 0. She's got 9 CS. We do know that she's below us right now, so if we stop her from entering here, she can't really farm, can she? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hard push this wave, and then I'm just going to stand between her and the entrance. And she's going to be forced to go all the way around. Unless she's actually just throwing right here. And keep in mind, guys, that I do have more resources available than her. I've got C-Pot, which is 3 charges, and she only has Refillable, which is a weaker potion, and only 2 charges. So we're already in a situation where any trade that we take is going to be beneficial for us. Because even if we trade the exact amount of damage 1 for 1, I can heal back more of it than she can. So it just makes it easier to win once we just get those favorable trades in. But we can actually kill her here. The main thing is I don't really know where Belveth is, but I can lead with W at melee range. Uh-oh. Played it a little bit too slow, but fortunately Belveth is not going to be able to catch up. Ooh, she still had flash left. I think she's actually dead to the auto here. Yep. Ooh, that is so unlucky for her. Also a little bit arrogant, though. She did really nicely by flashing the Q, because she would have died otherwise, but then she just egoed it. Like, understandably, I am no mana and all that, but you really don't want to put yourself in a position where you fall behind in a volatile matchup like this. Now the bad news is I'm kind of overstaying here because Bel'Veth technically could gank me, but she has no boots. I don't think she has enough move speed to run me down. Missing all these minions just like hurts my very soul. Now if she cancels my recall, this is really bad for my tempo, momentum-wise. Alright. I think we can actually bait this, maybe. Alright, she could probably Q me now, so I'm just gonna walk away. I think Ahri's got this. No, he doesn't. Okay. That's kind of a waste of resources and time, to be honest. It wasn't really worth it. I basically just gambled the game right there. So like when you do a coin flip like that, it's a 50-50 play. And sure, it might be favorable on like maybe 10% of the time, so like a 60-40. But when they have a 40 to 50% chance of outplaying you in that particular scenario, like I'm already ahead, so giving them a chance to get back in the game is really never something that you want to do. So I gave them a chance to play the game after they had already lost, is the issue. I never should have given them the chance to play the game. So things I could have done better is I could have walked behind a wall, I could have recalled, I could have walked away further before recalling. It looks like they've actually lane swapped. I think maybe Katarina's just not having it mid lane. This isn't really that bad of a matchup because I have better wave clear than Ornn, which means I can just start roaming into bottom over and over, which is what exactly I'm going to be doing right now. Part of the issue is I don't really have tier 2 boots yet, so it takes me a little bit longer than normal. But it looks pretty fine here. I'm already behind them, so I just need to hold on to my ult. In a situation like this, you just want to gap close as close as possible, and just make sure you go melee range with your fear. Because if you go melee range, it's legit impossible to dodge. And we could probably give the kill over to Jhin if we want. Oh, we actually played the ult super bad. Oh my god. Dude, I don't even know what Bel'Veth does. I'm taking so much damage from somebody with only attack speed items. And I'm not even like the primary target. We are gonna steal cannon here though. Oh no, my Ahri's level 5. Thankfully we baited, so I think it actually is gonna be fine here. Nice. That's actually really, really good for us. Crazy overstay from the Bel'Veth, though, giving a shutdown over to me when I'm already this ahead. This is actually a game where we can go Ludens. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 squishy champions. Typically, I like to go Everfrost because of the defensive stats on the item. It gives you a nice bit of HP as well as defensive. Like, actually, Glaciate does about the same amount of damage as Ludens. It's just a little bit longer of a cooldown. But for our runes this game, we did take Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm, so it's pretty imperative that we do as much damage on the front end of our combo to get the reset off. But we're currently still 34 CS up. Actually down if we're considering the Ornn matchup, but... looks like there's an Ornn Horn coming somewhere. Nice charm, actually. No, we definitely get this. There's no shot they get away here. That's actually really, really good for us. Basically, the amount of times that she Shunpo'd gave me the fear back up. I do have ultimate coming up in 1 second, so I don't really want to throw it unless I need to. Nice job. Now, taking a play here is a little bit risky, but we have vision on Bel'Veth. Each plate's worth 160 gold, kills worth 300, so getting 2 plates here is basically the equivalent of getting a kill. So getting a ton of free gold here as well. And we could technically roam bottom right now. I'm going to take 1 more plate, take another wave. That's just for momentum purposes, tempo. And then reset here. You never really want to be sitting on a bunch of gold, because this is just free stats that we could have. Oh, I'm actually surprised. Is this going to be a flash auto? Ooh, that's unlucky. That's really unlucky. Okay, well, I'm going to run back mid lane. I think Aphelios is going to be recalled by the time I get there, so there's no point running there. She gets ramping true damage on her autos? That's pretty lit. So she gets 70% damage reduction when she goes into her, like, burrow form, but it also does increasing execution damage, which is just absolutely nuts. It's pretty hard to beat, I feel like. Once again, though, when you're in a matchup where you really don't have kill pressure, for example, this guy's double null mantle and also HP, it's more pivotal that you push the lane and then look for opportunities to run towards a different area of the map. Does he actually beat me here? That doesn't seem possible, does it? Alright, I think I'm going to look for the roam topside. Veigar's a pretty free target. It looks like they're a little bit overextended as well. Alright, so I'm going to wait for QR. I'm just going to do it at the same time. I can't believe she actually outplayed. Dude, she's actually outplaying me so hard. I played that, though. So I expected her to shumpo when I threw the Q, which is why I threw the R towards the minions. And then she literally just didn't even... She actually mind-gamed my mind-game of her mind-game. That's nuts. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good Magi's timer, honestly. And you know, we're going to swap the Sweeper here as well. I really like Blue Trinket for contesting neutral objectives, but Sweeper's really good if you're roaming off him. Wow, would you look at that? Yeah, I mean, running towards Orden means I'm getting free minions med, though. Keep in mind. At the end of the day, the goal is just to get as much money and XP as you can from minions. He's actually cut off here. There's no Lily ult, though. There's no way he actually solo targeted me on that one. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Nice. Now, it's really important to actually keep my health for this absolute focus bonus AP. I've got ults in 4, so maybe this is doable. Yeah, I do a ton of damage right now. Now, the question is whether or not we can find the Jhin as well. Nice. And we can also find the Veigar here, probably. I'm gonna wait for the shield to run out. Nice. And we could probably find the Katarina, maybe. I'm gonna wait between the lanes and see if we get vision of her. I don't think it's likely to happen, but... We actually just hit full Magi stacks. Currently 400 AP at 14 minutes. I think if we finish Rap Cap, we're going to be pretty close to, or maybe 600 AP. They just need to build more MR items. Like, we do have a decent amount of AP damage this game. Now, I think that's probably the reason why our Ahri went 80 instead of AP. It's because she knew that they'd stack MR items if she did. Only 250 damage on a Q, though. It's not that insane. Once again, though, we're going to push mid, and then we're just going to look for a roam opportunity. I'm going to put some damage in on Ornn first, just to put some pressure. And I think we just tower dive. I've got Sweeper as well, so I'm just going to run through here and see if there's any vision. We could probably wait for Veigar to rotate down as well. Whoops. So you are unstoppable during your ultimate, which is why I wasn't stunned there, but after that you'll get stunned on, like, when you land. Not bad. I actually do need 70 gold for my rod, so I'm gonna go and stay here. Is Victor good right now in your opinion? Yes, I think Victor's pretty good. Control mages in general that are, like, super scaling do decently in a game that lasts longer. Which is why the durability patch, you see a little bit more control mages, less burst mages. The only burst mages you see are the ones that are, like, super overtuned right now. Alright, 450. Should get a decent value. We're getting an extra pretty much 50 ability power just from Absolute Focus and Eyeball Collection this game. Plus 8, 58. Meow. Thanks for redeeming the meow. Meow. Alright, so since we took bottom tower, the reason why we're letting our ADC and support go mid is because this position allows them to control both Rift Herald and Dragon while putting pressure on another tower. Now, understandably as a Vex, you do kind of want to be mid so that you can rotate around the map as much as possible, but you can always push out a side lane and then lean towards the lane where action's happening. So hypothetically, I can push this and I can go stand over here and look for an ult into mid lane from a flank. But in a situation like this, we see 3 people top, we see 1 or 2 people mid. It's pretty much fine for me to take tower damage. Because if we do get this tower, it is equivalent to 600 gold, which is quite a bit. And we have a ton of AP as well. And we are technically an anti-dash champion. We're probably dead here. Unless... Ooh, dude. Actually, if we had gone the flash out earlier, we would have been fine. I think that 70% damage reduction is just too valuable there. Because even if I hit the R1, R2 immediately, during that form I would not be able to kill her. Unless I feared her out of it, which means I had to save my fear. It's okay, we can get the stacks back. We're technically at the same value that we would have been before by finishing Rabadons for the 35%. But we could definitely be at like 600 right now if we had those stacks. She was in her Thicky form. She was in final form, you're right. Looks like we're sieging mid, though. This is pretty good because this allows us to get pressure on the map before Dragon, and then we can just pull back. Hopefully they don't die to Belveth, though. Because Belveth could technically 1v9 this if she's absolutely cracked. Uh-oh. Now, it's not our jungler, so it's not the worst, but maybe we back up here, guys. We really do not want to die here. Alright, I'm kind of looking for the Belveth, to be honest, but this should be just like a quad kill if we play it right. There's no way. Dude, I'm literally win trading at those shot. I can't believe that is... I legit missed 4 skills in a row. Alright, next objective on the map is going to be Baron. I don't have TP, so I'm going to go topside so I can be close to the area. You know, sometimes, guys, you gotta throw your ult and you gotta miss to get better at the game. It just happens that way. Like, it's understandable that mistakes happen. But if you're afraid to make mistakes, then you're not going to get better at the game. Because you got to put yourself in a position where you can learn or you can make improvements. If you're always playing from behind or afraid, then of course you're not going to get those valuable experiences. It's a learning moment. Now, okay, so she got the Shumpo off to the fucking Vision Ward, of course. She's got 409 move speed, I have 380. There's no shot I ever catch up to her. I wanted to save my Summoner spell, I didn't want to ignite her, because I'd rather save that for Belveth, but I think killing her there for the 4 AP stacks would have been fine. I'm actually surprised I can't one-shot the Katarina off of a full combo like that. I guess that just goes to show how useless this champion is after durability update. He says being 13-3-3. I'm behind them. We can actually win this. Nice scale force. I'm gonna go melee range here. I'm just gonna make sure I can't miss like the last 8 times I've done. Just by waiting a little bit longer, I create a situation where it's no longer 50-50. It is instead... Hold on, I gotta focus really hard here because he's making me work for it. Thanks. Yo, is Belveth just gonna outplay us? Never mind. Unless... Dude, Belveth is actually just clean. I think I get it here. That's really tragic. I can't believe the Q missed. I was so sure that was gonna land. Alright, we're gonna reset here, and I'm gonna go for Void Staff this game just because they have a lot of magic resist so far. We're pretty close to getting our stacks back up. Something notable to mention, though, is that Dark Seal into Magi's is pretty much only 1400 gold, right? But it's a really cheap way of getting a legendary item. 1600, rather. This gives you Mythic passive, which gives additional 5 Magic Pen, which is what allows you to get really, really early Magic Pen stacks. It's actually quite good. Nice R, thank you. Yo, maybe we finish Katarina for the final bit of stacks here. I kind of defaulted to mid lane, which is a mistake. I should have been side lane, but... This is actually all just time waste right now. I could have hit 16 off top wave. And then my ult gets more range, more damage, better cooldown. Good news is we probably save... Oh, we actually got stunned right there too. It's actually good that he gets the ult away. Or the flash, rather. Poggers, very nice. Who's the last player? Katarina? I don't think she can kill me. Unless... I don't know where she is. I'm gonna throw my ult randomly and hope it lands. Unlucky. Oh my god, we found her. I'm gonna reset here. I don't want to give her a free 600 gold shutdown. But we could probably just play for Dragon now. Alright, so that's a completed Void Staff. We now do pretty much effectively. So something to keep in mind, though, is that when you calculate resistances and everything like that, most carry champions have anywhere in the 40 to 50 range. So when you complete your Void Staff, you're pretty much always going to have true damage against somebody who's in the 40 to 50 MR range. Because Void Staff at 40 gives you 16 Magic Pen, and then plus your M-Pen items, it'll always give you enough to do full true damage. Now, it's not coded as true damage, but you're effectively doing 100% of tooltip, so if it says 654, it's doing 654 to those targets. So I'm doing a ton of damage as we speak. And we actually get a pretty free ultimate here. I'm just going to go and lead with stun, though. I'm really glad that Veigar did not get the box off. I think I actually would have died. The stun time on the box is actually based on how many points you have on the skill, so... Ooh, that was so close. Nice, really good electrocute damage. Actually does 300 right now. Uh-oh. I think we're actually fine here. We can probably space it out. Unless? Nice. Shadowflame last. I'm not going Shadowflame this game. I went very, very greedy with my itemization, Rabadons, so... Alright, GG's. It isn't a necessity because they're not building MR. I'm already doing effective true damage off of my Ludens and Pen Boots. GG's. Remember, like, subscribe. Thanks.